All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and move into who's who and what's new. And just to remind you, like we do every week, we have not cross-talked these headlines at all. I go out day of, I find what's trending, I find what interests me the most or makes yours truly laugh. I grab them, I throw them up on the screen, and we talk about them, try to keep up with the speed of the 24-hour news cycle. Are you ready?
Okay. No. You're a two-headed monster. There's a second head on your shoulder. And
Yeah,
it's
we have
bobbing up and down.
we have our special guest this week. Say hi, Carson.
Hello, viewers. Yeah. My name is Carson, and this is my dad. You're a YouTuber, baby.
Okay. Anyway, so that's a better introduction than I've gotten in 14 episodes. Are you ready to go?
And you never let me do that one before. That's for sure. All right, here we go. You ready for the countdown?
Here we go. Boom. All right. So, this one I think is going to make you laugh. So, did you know that the Writers Guild in Hollywood has been on strike?
Yes.
Okay, so they've been on strike for 4 weeks. I had to go out and look it up this week because
sure
I did a short video.
Way longer than that.
As of this week, it's been 4 months. All right, so I had
4 months, right?
You said
months.
4 weeks. Excuse me, four months.
Okay, there you go.
It's been 4 months. So one of the good side effects that I'm going to call it is that the crappy late night comedy TV talk hosts.
Yeah.
Well, they've been gone, right? They've been airing reruns
because they have no writers. Because obviously. They can't do their own stuff.
Okay, well, now you say that they can't do their own stuff, but here I've got something for you. So they've actually banded together. They've signed a deal with Spotify, the 5 top ones, right? So we're talking Jimmy Kimmel, I think, Jimmy Fallon, Seth. Is it Meyers? Seth Meyers. He was SNL guy for a while. You got John Oliver, who's British.
Care less about him.
See, and I'm forgetting because they're Stephen Colbert.
And what about
Stephen Colbert?
Did they get rid of Noah, or is he part of that too?
He's not part of this crew, but okay. I mean, yeah, they dropped him a while. So, but anyway, so the big 5, right? And I use that term loosely. They've banded together like some sort of unholy Voltron, like some sort of special education Captain Planet. Right. Okay. In order to put out this podcast, I got this for you. Check it out. So this is their teaser that they put out.
One more time, Jimmy.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Jimmy Fallon.
I'm Stephen Colbert.
That is Jimmy Kimmel. I thought when you said Jimmy, you meant me, Jimmy, but you meant Jimmy.
I always mean you.
But when you say Seth Meyers, who do you mean?
I mean John Oliver.
It's the 5 of us together for maybe an hour a day.
Strike Force 5 is the name of our podcast. Subscribe to it now.
Spotify or wherever else you get your podcasts. But Spotify, you.
Okay, so yeah, I special hat tip there to Louder with Crowder, Steven Crowder. That's where I clipped that video from to show it to
you. And you know what I gathered out of that? They need writers.
Yeah. What? That wasn't funny? You didn't think that was funny?
No.
Didn't you get the joke that it's because they were both named Jimmy?
It wasn't funny.
What do you mean?
You're bringing my fears to bear that these guys. The reason why they're on strike and everybody at the networks where they work know that they're on strike because they can't write their own material.
They can't write.
That's right.
They can't. No. Hey, I got it, guys. Okay, so we're going to go on. We're going to pitch our podcast.
Let's move.
Oh, you're done? All right, we're done. All right, so moving right along. So this one is actually, this is not funny. All right, so okay. I want to put that out up front.
A serious face.
Yeah, and scene. All right, if you guys have been keeping up with us for a while, this is gonna seem like we're redoing a story, but I promise you, we are not. And that's what's really sad about this, and that's why I wanted.
Well, this is something we've covered before.
It is, and that's what's really sad about it.
I bet I know what this is.
So, Senator Mitch McConnell. I believe this was 2 or 3 days ago, has had another episode. This is what this one looked like.
What are my thoughts about what?
Running for re-election in 2026.
That's
There it was.
Did you hear the question, Senator? Running for re-election in 2026? All right, I'm sorry, you all. We're going to need a minute. Senator.
Did you see the wink? Did you see her wink?
No, I didn't see her wink.
Did you see her step in front of him and then she
Yes.
looked at the camera and she did the "we're gonna need a minute"?
Mm-hmm. I heard the Q word.
That guy is so. First of all, Senator Mitch McConnell. Excuse me. I didn't do it on purpose. It's not a joke, guys. It's not a joke. It's
really isn't
serious. It's very serious. All right. So Senator Mitch McConnell is 81 years old.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is the second time in as many months that he has had a mental episode, right? For lack of being able to come up with something else.
Let's call it a cerebral episode.
Sure. Right.
That works.
Some type of neurovascular event.
Cerebral. Yeah.
Right. This has happened twice now. It's happened twice in 2 months. This person that was working with him, one of his staffers, I assume, I don't know, don't quote me on that, was prepared for it, immediately stepped in, immediately handled the event, had a cue. If you watch, she steps up there, winks at the camera. "We're going to need a minute," she says. Did you see the move? Hand on the shoulder, hand on the arm. You know how you escort a geriatric patient to keep them from falling down. So she obviously knows what she's doing and how to maintain him. And he is being handled. He's being professionally handled. That's exactly what you would expect to see if you had a geriatric nurse or a patient in a nursing home.
Right.
So,
or an elderly mom or dad and a child that is an adult child that is assisting them and catches an episode that they have seen before, or a parent that has a child that seizures.
Right. Child that's epileptic.
Epileptic, or a child that seizures for other reasons, and you saw the control. Can you hear me? Can you talk? And then they immediately know what to do. They know triggers.
or how severe like this particular episode is. Right. Yeah.
This one didn't take, what was the other one? 10, 12 seconds of blank, and then it took a medical doctor to go, "He's not talking."
Right.
And step over to him and say, "Are you okay? Is there something they can do?" My guess, when I saw this and I heard this, my guess is the way that it was handled and that it took less than 2 seconds for the person to go, "There's a gap." "Oh, Senator, you okay?" "Nope, we know right where we are." And then the key words came out that you said. My guess is because of that, there's some training going on by that staffer, which means that this is happening frequently. And I did hear a report that there are people that are seeing Mr. McConnell in a wheelchair being wheeled around the congressional building. So when you say being handled, this isn't the first senator that's being handled. Right now, we have 3, 4 that are in their 80s. That are not doing their job. Somebody else is doing it.
Well, and the senator from California, Dianne Feinstein. She's over 90, and her daughter has special power of attorney over her estate.
And then there are other 80, 90-year-olds. I think there's one up in the Northeast that is a senator, and then. The other one that is the black female that is from California. I believe she's pushing 80 or in her 80s too. Anyway, so we've got several elderly that are in that position. But so what are you saying? What's the answer here?
Well, people are talking about term limits for Congress. I, for one, completely support that idea. I think that if you're, if you're so elderly that you have to be handled, then should you be trusted to be making decisions for the citizens
For
of the United
me.
States. Yeah.
Making decisions for me.
Right.
Yeah. Get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so we have just enough time for one more story.
Let's make it
Are
quick.
you familiar with the young man that was suspended from a middle school in Colorado Springs for wearing the Gadsden flag on his backpack?
No, I haven't heard this one.
All right, so really quick, 30 seconds. I just gave you the lead up front. He was 12 years old. So this is from the Washington Examiner. The FBI's role in the 12-year-old suspension over the "Don't Tread on Me" patch. But long story short,
FBI got called in.
well, this is a Washington Examiner opinion piece about how, right? But long story short, he was called into the office, was wearing a Gadsden flag patch, right? The "Snake Don't Tread on Me" on his backpack. He was suspended because the teachers said that the Gadsden flag had historical ties to slavery in the United States. Well, that story got picked up by the conservative media and circulated very quickly. The school backtracked almost immediately. Within a week, he was completely reinstated, and they apologized to the family for the misunderstanding.
Yeah. Okay. The school, the teachers did
Right.
not know their history.
Right. Well, maybe if they would have spent a little more time reading the books that they were supposed to be teaching and a little
Instead
less
of
time.
being woke.
Well, you said
there you
it.
go.
I was going to say a little less time indoctrinating the children. Then, yeah, they might have known that the
I
Gadsden
hope-
flag is a historical sign of the American Revolution.
I hope that they are. I just hope they get burnt. You know, that kind of embarrassment, and you just got to keep embarrassing. But I don't
Right.
think people can be embarrassed. I really don't
agree.
think. I don't
agree
think
with
so.
you. It's in cases like this, it's like, oops, that one was a little too hot. Okay, back up. Let me go test the fence over here now. Like, that's all that it is. It's not embarrassment from the point of like, I shouldn't have done that. It was, oh, I'm not going to get through here. Let me back up and try over there. You see what I mean?
Yeah,
You see
I totally
what the
get
difference is?
You
But
know,
anyway,
I can't. We were out of time. I was going to give you an example, but go ahead. Let's wrap it up.
So that's what we got for you guys this week. I'm glad that for a change, we could have ended on a good story. If you guys like videos like this, make sure you remember to follow, get subbed up.
And subscribe.
That's what I just said. Make sure you're sticking around for the keep it the main thing. Share the video with a friend. Help us grow the channel. And we'll see you guys in the next one.
He's going to have to make us some commercials.
Double.